Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami.
Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tripura, one of the smallest states of India, in the northeastern part of the country. Like other states of India, Tripura was blessed with the impact of Dhamma, and large number of people accepted Buddhism as their way of life. From 3rd century BC to almost 6th century AD, Buddhism flourished extensively in India, and 2/3 of Indians were said to have become Buddhists during these years. In Tripura, Buddhism was spread from the beginning of 8th century, but 12th century onwards, it started fading due to evasions of other religious forces, and by 16th century AD, Buddhism seemed to have lost a lot of ground. But everything was not lost. In the remote parts of Indian subcontinent, local communities followed Buddhism in their own way. Revival of Buddhism began in Tripura with the rest of India, sometimes towards the 19th century. During those early years of revival, the Buddhists of Tripura, the communities belonging to Mogs, Chakmas, Boruas and Uchai, had somehow been preserving Buddha Sasana centering around the village of Manu bankul in the sabroom subdivision of the state. During those early years of revival, the Buddhists of Tripura, the communities belonging to Mogs, Chakmas, Boruas and Uchai, had somehow been preserving Buddha Sasana centering around the village of Manu bankul in the sabroom subdivision of the state. Even basic education was not available in the community for a long time. It was during second part of 20th century, Venerable Dr. Dhamma, when he was only 7 years old, dreamt to become a monk to serve the society.
To be frank or to tell you, I was the first person from my community at that point of time who passed class 10 from my area, from that area. So everybody was thinking that, okay, I was educated. So that monk, my teacher, he came to me and told that, now you should become a monk. I had some idea that I should learn English, I should communicate to the people of the world, then how to do that?
To reach his goal, he took determined steps to educate himself for getting highest degrees of university education. It was a difficult journey for a young boy from a remote village of Tripura to arrange money for higher education. So, he travelled across the country to seek help from different quarters to achieve his goal. After attaining PhD in philosophy from Bombay University, Venerable Dr. Dhamma decided to return to his native village with a clear mission and vision of life.
I strongly felt to provide service to society, the basic and the first important thing is education, because we need the people to be educated, and it was a humble beginning that we have started Dipa school in 2002 with 50 students, 20 girls and 30 boys. To provide value-based quality education to the children of rural areas, where we find most of the good schools are located in towns and cities, and the rural villages, the poor people cannot afford to send their children to towns and cities, so they are deprived of quality education. From anxiety, when my parents, Sambir, Sata, Sipita, Bhavantu, Sarvani, Mangalam, Sarvani, Sriram, Sadhu. After a long research and deep contemplation, I am convinced now that the compassion is my religion, truth is my faith, and service is my way of life.
Manu, 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 Manu,
He felt primary need for the community of the remote village was to impart quality education to the children, as well as felt the need for a separate wing of monastic education. He believed that compassion was his religion, truth was his faith, and service was his way of life. He took the initiative to form the Bahujana Hitaya Education Trust and the Dhamma Dipa Foundation at Manu, bankul.
मनसाचे प्रसन्नेन भासते
The role of the Bahujana Hitaya Education Trust and the Dhamma Dipa Foundation is more based on the spirituality of Buddhism, which promotes a just and empowered society, which is based on compassion and non-violence in the respect of all living beings.
यो हवे दहरो भिक्खु जुञ्जाति बुद्ध शासने सोमं लोकं पभासति अभ्भामुत्तो वा चन्दिमा.
In order to have a healthy and peaceful society, a peaceful world, we have to take care of our health, the physical health, the mental health, and social health, the health of all living beings.
Jamaja ko pancha ka rabo jongcha ka kuma ka pancha ro ke prema ja kha prema sumla mo lo yang to hoi ji ko re kha pa sumla ke no ka pancha ma cha cho cho ka ra ka ro ung ki pyo li ya sim pro ri ai cha ra bo khwa ra khwa ke prema cho ra bo ja ka par mo lo ekta gaছ কাটলে 100 টা লাগান সুম কালো. There are a few areas we have already thought of. We'll be having 3 different groups working on this area. The student group, those who are in the schools and colleges, and also the youth group in the villages, both boys and girls, and also the elderly group. So the 3 group of human beings, if they spread out to send a message of environmental conservation in the name of Pavitra Kranti or sacred revolution to preserve the forest, I think there is no other person left, students, youth and elderly people. So it includes all. Definitely I think everybody will get a message and preserve the forest and also the environment. The Buddha, from the beginning of his birth and achievement of enlightenment, and also his Mahaparinirvana, the last passing away, all took place under the tree and also in the forest. So we, the Buddhists, have started campaigning to preserve the forest and the trees in the name of Pavitra Kranti, sacred revolution, where the forest will be, or some areas will be designated as sacred forest, where nobody will be allowed to either cut down the trees or do anything unholy or unwholesome in the forest area. Forest will be preserved, and the local people also will come to know the importance of forest and also the importance of the context of environmental conservation in the Northeast.
It was not easy to implement all his ideas. It was rather an onerous task. There were obstacles galore, but nothing could deter him to pursue his noble cause. He went ahead with firm conviction and overcame all hindrances.
I'll have to work myself, sacrifice my life for the welfare, benefit, happiness and good of all. I begin with mind power only, to free your mind from all sorts of bondages. So we cannot under any condition be slave to anybody who wants to enslave our mind. My heart has to be open like the sun and moon for everyone, every living being.